What can we do for you?
There was an incident a few days ago involving an attempted bombing of the Epsilon facility, the one on Strangeways.
Mm-hmm.
It was immediately following a concert that was held there. We know that the actors involved in placing it were the Besties. Miguel Almerian was there unmasked and captured as a result of it. We have 2 subpoenas that were filed on Miguel's because there was a set of fingerprints on the bomb itself. One fresh, that was from Miguel, and one set that were old, indicating they were between 2 to 6 hours old at that point. It is our understanding that the DNA more than likely belonged to an individual who delivered them the bomb. And that most likely there was a phone call contact, so we got his phone records. Of every person Miguel Almerian had contact with that day, within the 6-hour time period before the bomb was recovered and fingerprinted, we had the DNA records of every single person except for one. That one we originally didn't know the owner of. And come to find out, the owner of this phone is apparently Delta-1 of Darkstone, our primary point of contact.
Really?
Who initiated the call himself to Miguel.
Oh my god.
We subpoenaed that phone for 7 days and found that they have been using that phone to contact the Besties in previous engagements.
That guy's a rat.
Yes. So
oh my god.
We had an incident yesterday where Darkstone lied to us and engaged in.
We're gonna have to 07 those military contracts.
Military hardware to open fire on citizens of San Andreas, and ignored our commands to stop. The problem we have.
That's pretty horrible to hear.
It's pretty bad to hear. The problem that we have right now is they significantly overpower us. At this moment, we still hold a presumed or assumed somewhat friendly / neutral position with them. Or they believe we do. They believe we hold that position.
Oh my god, and they want me to steal
stuff. If these subpoenas come to light and are delivered as intended, it will allow them to know that we know.
Oh my god.
And could immediately escalate hostilities between these two. And that could bring our state into a point of armed conflict with now 3 military power entities.
Oh my god.
And if they're arming the Besties, that could potentially make 4.
This is not good. If I do this, they might be so fucking pissed at me when they find out. Oh my god. Dude. She said it's the angel to keep angels safe.
Darkstone in 45 minutes.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, that's wonderful.
There is currently a 19-day delayed notice on these subpoenas. But again, if we deliver these, it could potentially put us at significant risk. The benefits to indefinitely sealing these subpoenas far outweigh the detriment they can cause, the damages they can cause. So, the civil rights violation of not delivering them.
Right.
I would rather take civil penalties and get fined out of my fucking mind and get held in contempt for not delivering these, rather than deliver these because the state could pretty much just be destroyed.
This is not something that I can just give you a knee-jerk response to.
I've drafted up a letter about it, or a petition. I'm gonna have to have Knight and everybody sign it, but then we will officially deliver this petition for indefinite sealing. That way you can make a decision.
Well, I will, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of considerations. I will think on it so that when that is delivered, we'll be able to give you a timely response.
The first subpoena was not to him, it was to Miguel Almerian. And if they're...
Oh my god.
I have to deliver it to him within 19 days. Well, 18 days now. We're just obviously concerned if I deliver this. The moment I deliver it, they're going to know that we know.
Alright, well, thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna be honest with you, Danielson. The idea of suspending a citizen's constitutional rights indefinitely in the interest of protecting the state is a very dangerous line to cross. Or we potentially throw the state into an impossible situation with 4 armed military organizations trying to take it down.
I was having a bit of a panic attack, I won't lie. Someone who's more wartime driven would say, well, the safety of the state, but at the same time, we took an oath. We have values to uphold. And like, there's so much of me that wants to just say, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just seal it. And sure, maybe Miguel doesn't care. Maybe fucking Delta-1 doesn't care. But at the end of the day, that's like something that like we'd have to live with, that we did that.
If we were to approve of this action, how much further would it go? All these rights, all these processes that we hold near and dear. When we suspend one right, who's to say you couldn't just suspend another one indefinitely without recourse, you know? It doesn't matter that you didn't, you know, inform this person of their rights. It doesn't matter that you illegally searched them. It doesn't matter that you did any of these other invasions because it was the interest of serving and protecting the state. I personally, I don't know if I can consign to that. I think this job is all about interpreting the law. It's about interpreting things for the greater good, but it's also about interpreting things from a moral and an ethical perspective. I have another hypothetical to pose to you. And I'm not saying that we should influence our decisions based on the potential fallout, but these subpoenas, this information is already in a very non-secure location. There are people that can get access to these, and there are people that probably do have these already to some form or fashion. No matter what sealing we do, no matter what precautions we take, I mean, that could be worse.
If the Marshals said, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna seal this. That's corruption.
Did you ever see any of the Sanguine stuff? Because I saw it play out firsthand.
Oh, I read the newspapers about it. Really.
Well, after our tank treads ground their bones into dust, the Chief Justice at the time declared that they would not be receiving trials because the state wanted them thrown in prison regardless of any trial, and they were just tossed in there. The thing is, when it comes to decisions like these, the state might be willing to make a very bold, foundationally shifting decision, I guess, to change things with a specific interest in mind. And it's possible that if I were to bring this to them, they would say the same, that we should seal it.
History repeating itself. Like, where does this go?
To another war.
I don't know if I could put my rubber stamp on that. I mean, it's fucking crazy because that's what it feels. What just happened?
Hello? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm doing great. Are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're just making sure you're safe and sound.
I'm doing amazing.
Oh, we found uppers.
No.
Apologies.
No, it's okay. We're not earthing. Thank you for checking on me.
So you're not in danger, are you?
No, I'm not endangered. I'm not having sex right now either.
I'm married.
Bye. Okay, take care, guys. Bye. One thing I do know is that regardless of how things have played out in the past, regardless of what the potential for things are in the future, I think that if we have to compromise the values of our system to save it, then we've already lost it, and we might as well just turn in our gavels and call it quits. You know, what's the point of a justice system that doesn't actually provide equal justice to all?
Well, just because it's Miguel Almerian working with somebody to blow shit up in the state doesn't mean that he doesn't have right.
You know, Miguel's a real fucking piece of work. This guy's a fucking piece of garbage, human trash. I've shot him hundreds of times and he's shot me hundreds of times. I've chased him probably 1,000+ times over my career. They've blown people up, they've committed terrorism, they've murdered dozens. And do I think that they should be like hung or like executed? Yeah, probably. But that doesn't mean that I'm still gonna let his rights be violated.
Right.
I don't think we need to do the sealing of the Miguel Almerian. At the end of the day, weighing his rights, him getting access to these in, I think it was it's going to be 18 days from now. As far as I'm concerned, he's going to know that we have his records, given the severity of the crimes that this stems from. Secondly, weighing whether we sort of restrict his rights to information, I don't think is needed when I weigh those two things. And thirdly, given the evidence in question is still gonna, I don't know if Miguel's gonna be like, oh no, they're gonna find out. He's gonna wake up from ICU. He's either gonna know right away or he's not gonna know, and whether or not he gets a delivery of the subpoena isn't gonna change that. I think the only time that I think the question of an indefinite sealing would be necessary is if we're discussing actual Darkstone assets and their subpoena.
Right. Well, we were having some very serious discussions about the implications, and we're glad that you're not pushing for it any further, because I don't think it's something that we're interested in entertaining. We can obviously make exceptions and discuss further on very specific things that might need drastic measures taken for them, but I don't think this rises to that level.
100% agree. How much was in the subpoena, Springfield?
Which one? The 7-day Delta-1?
Yep.
He is only using that phone in the last 7 days to contact the Besties. He contacted Aubrey Webster on the
okay.
15th.
No, that's
and-
fine. So they don't have
Yep.
the other contacts yet. Y'all are going to get some very spicy tea in the next 48 hours.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it.
I'm going to give you guys some insight because this is a matter of state security.
Sure.
We have reason to believe that Darkstone is arming gangs and transporting military equipment outside the purview of the state.
So what's the difference between them and the Faceless then?
They're not actively bombing us every day.
I think conceptually, I don't think there is. Based on what the evidence is pointing at. However, that evidence is now being weighed, and we're trying to garner a bit more. We're going to be securing DNA in 5 minutes, and we are maintaining cordiality and making it seem like business as usual. And upon acquiring that DNA, which we are hoping to get voluntarily, that's going to sort of cement some of the concerns we have.
Sure.
If it is true that these things that were like, if they are indeed arming folks and doing unsanctioned transportations, what is our next plan of action? Because simply going against them means we're fucked.
Right. If I'm not mistaken, they're essentially the sole provider of pretty much all the equipment that you have, right?
The militia over at Zancudo taking some of this things that we acquire and repurposing.
Zenith? I don't know if Zenith can help them out here. It's not...
But until we get that security in place,
I don't know
we're
about
gonna
all that, dude.
maintain business as usual because we can't fight two fronts.
Have you ever considered placing an absolutely enormous order, and then when they show up to deliver it, you just arrest them all?
Well, it's funny you say that.
Order like 10 tanks and a bunch of bombers and shit.
Well, we're about to go get a bunch of practice helicopters, but who's to say they can't be,
Maybe you need to hold on to them to do a bit of extra work with them,
It's what a lot of countries do. The ones that got sanctions, they'll buy like the stuff without the equipment, and then they'll get the Russian equipment and then just like post install it.